Hey, fun fans! We're giving away a Devastator 3 keyboard and mouse combo courtesy of Cooler Master on YouTube for this month of June. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to Fun's YouTube channel and leave a comment on which state or region you think will be the next to go to districts. You can enter once per upload, and we'll pick a winner near the end of June.
All right, so let's jump into obviously one of the best events of the whole year, the Indiana Robotics Invitational. So a couple weeks ago, the IRI selection committee announced the 80 out of the 124 teams that applied, the 80 teams that were selected for the event. So we're doing a more in-depth preview show next month, but I kind of want to get everyone's opinion on the selection list this year. So every year good teams obviously don't get in, and I'd like to hear who you were surprised about. Who applied and did not make the cut. So Sky, any surprises for you?
First off, I was surprised that Strikeforce didn't apply. But besides that, 1625 Winnovation, I just kind of assume they're everywhere, so I'm just not seeing them on there. Yeah.
So one thing we did, Corey, who is the drive coach of Strikeforce, was on our show right after champs and said they weren't going to apply, which is really sad, right? I mean, there are no world champions this year, which is definitely a topic we can discuss too. That there are no world champions at IRI. A lot of division winners, but none of the world champions. I was kind of hoping 148 was going to make it up, but apparently not. And a couple others too that are definitely a surprise on here. I don't think we're ever going to get a festival champions back again. The number one to me that was surprised, and Justin, I'd like to hear if you were, man, but 3015, I was really surprised not to see them get in after having pretty, maybe not the best year they've had, but pretty strong performances overall, Justin.
We were a little bit surprised. I mean, once I saw the number of teams that applied, I figured we'd be a bubble team. We won a regional on an event or on a week that didn't necessarily get a lot of press. We were very late, week 7, winning, but I guess it was kind of a roller coaster for me. So I thought we'd get in, and then I saw the number of teams that applied, and I was like, ooh, we might not get in. And then I saw some of the teams that got in, and we didn't get in, so I was kind of surprised. All over again at the end, but I mean, we're fine with it. It is what it is, and we'll just, I guess try to be better next year.
You'll be missed for sure, man. So, are you coming out personally?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's even worse.
So. Yeah. Next year.
Next year for sure. Christine, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest. I have not kept track of a lot of the, stuff that's been going on in the FRC world since champs been over, but looking through the list, I mean, nothing really stood out to me. It does suck that a lot of these championship winning teams aren't going to be at a lot of the premier off seasons, but it's just like there are so many off seasons now in each region of the country, which is really great. It's giving people a lot more opportunity to, train new students and, continue their game. But at the same time, like for a lot of teams, it's a lot of money to get out to IRI. And it is one of the most expensive off seasons to go to, which, I mean, it's definitely very prestigious to go to. I love that they, do so much for charities in that area. But for a lot of teams, it's a big struggle. So when people are commenting saying like, I can't believe this team didn't apply or that team, it's just not financially responsible for some of these teams, especially the younger ones, or maybe some that, we don't always know what's going on with the team, if they have financial problems going on. So, I mean, if people don't apply, there's probably a really good reason for it. But either way, it's going to be a great event. It's always stacked. In the last few years, it's been pretty crazy to see kind of the upsets that have gone on. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, put in new drivers and stuff. So I think it's going to be a good matchup. And I think it'll be really interesting without any world championship, teams being there. It's going to allow some of the teams that were really close to getting onto Einstein or, making their divisional finals or district championship. Like it'll give them that opportunity to kind of step up to the stage again and kind of prove themselves. And I'm personally not going to be there. But if you are there, make sure you get baked potatoes. They are probably my favorite food there, above the IRI corn, like baked potato with pulled pork on it. My number one go-to at IRI. So
there you go. I know, Christine, you're going to be missed too. I know you just got a new puppy, and that's a great excuse.
Yeah, she's not home yet, but she'll be.
You're getting a new puppy, I should say.
Yes, so I will be nurturing said puppy.
Christine, are there any New England teams right now? The Neutron show is pending.
Yep.
But are there any other New England teams that are going to IRI?
That's a great question. I know that
Cyber Knights are. So.
Yep. So they were winners last year, so they, I believe, get the automatic shoe.
Yeah,
in.
you get a bid, and your entry fee is paid for. Big Bad Bob, $319.
Yep.
So I don't remember. It's so hard to remember which region.
I think 2168 applied and was accepted.
They accepted. Yep. Yeah. Actually, I'll let Mike. I know you had a couple teams on your list.
Just one. I'm going with the Chief Delphi route. A team that was getting a lot of love on there was team 1836, the Milken Knights. They did not go to championship. I think the highest that they finished during the season was a semifinals. But they are like a cube or a switch vault team. They can do like 3 cubes in the switch in autonomous, and like it was getting a ton of love on Chief Delphi that they're one of the best, if not the best, switch vault teams out there. So somebody kind of made a comment that there'll be teams that get picked at IRI for this reason that are not as good as the Milken Knights. So I just wanted to show them some love, and I think they picked an aspect of the game this year and played it really well. Unfortunately, their outcomes didn't, I think, show how good they were this year. So
sure. All right. One other thing I just want to mention, too, is there are some teams that did decline their invitation to go through, and that is, unfortunately, some of these teams I would really like to see. 330 Beach Bots not going. No teams from California this year.
Wow.
330 decline. 422 Mech Tech Dragons. 1018 Pike Robo Devils, 1360 Orbit Robotics, so I would like to see a bit more of 1796 Robo Tigers, 3476 Code Orange, and 3683 Team Dave. Man, no IRI without Team Dave. That feels a little empty to me. Also, one other one I got to say, I don't think the robot was good enough to make the IRI, but not having makeshift robotics at IRI is going to feel kind of empty too.
Yeah,
it's still going to be a great
excited though. Yeah, as far as makeshift goes, they run the Assembly Cup in November, and we're excited that it's on that event. And Tyler, I did hear rumors about potentially an RC-powered cube at Assembly Cup. I'm not joking.
All right, that'd be pretty amazing.
That would be epic.
Can't wait for all that to come up as well. So, bandwidth for First Updates Now is supported by The Blue Alliance. Keep up to date on all live and archived First Robotics events and team stats at thebluealliance.com. First Updates Now is brought to you by viewers like you. Fund relies on the generous support of our fans in order to continue to keep creating content. Please consider donating, giving bits, or subscribing. Subscribe for a few bucks a month or for free through Twitch Prime. And don't forget that our subscribers get 5x chance to win on all giveaways.